Morning students. On my last class, we learned about various math class functions in Java programming. So let's do a quick revision about the methods. Okay. So in the last class, we discussed about the Java Lang package, which provides the various kind of basic functionalities in your Java programming. Okay. And the Java Lang package is automatically imported by your Java compiler. Okay. For your all programs. So you don't need to import java.lang package. Okay. It added automatically by your compiler. Okay, so what is your mathematical methods? So some basic mathematical functions are inbuilt, or you can use your math class to import your all the methods. Okay, or use your methods. So your math class is defined in your java.lang package. So all the mathematical methods must be preceded by its class name, that is your math. Okay, so the syntax is, first you have to write your math dot, means this is your class name, then your function name, whatever the function name is, and you have to given the arguments inside your parentheses. Okay, so here are some of your mathematical methods. ABS, it's written the absolute type. Okay, and the square root sqrt you use for your square root function. For the power, you have to use your power of x and y. Okay, where x is represented as your number and y is represented as your what, power. Then round, it returns a rounded value to the nearest integer. Okay, like that. Rint, it returns the double value that is closest to your x and equal to the mathematical integer. Okay, and similarly other methods are like floor, it's rounded to lower down. Okay, means if the number is floor of 5.5, then the lower side is 5, so it return the 5.0. Okay, like that. Cell, it rounded up the value, means if you write 5.2, then the up value is 6, so it return the 6.0, like that. Similarly max, x and y, means in between two numbers, it give me the maximum value. Okay, and like that. Similarly the opposite one is your min, min, x of y, it return the lowest value, like that. cbrt, this is your cube root of your whatever the number is. Okay, and that is another one, that is your random method, and it returns the random number between 0 to 1. Okay, already we did it on my previous video, how the random method return the value between your 0 and 1. Okay, so these are all your mathematical methods that are already available on your math class. So you have to use all these methods. You have to first add or preceded by these methods in your math class. Okay, so let's, today we do some expressions. Okay, that are the mathematical expressions. Okay, how to write in your Java. Okay, or in how to convert it into a Java expression. Okay, so here it is. The first one is, right, a cross b, means a multiplied by b divided by a square plus b square. Okay, how to convert this mathematical expression into your Java expression. Okay, so let's do it. So first, this is the answer. How to do? For example, for your a cross b, means a multiply b, you have to write a multiply by b. Okay, and it divided by a square. Okay, so you have to do the or use the math function. So math dot, for square you have to use your what, pow function. So here math dot pow inside your parenthesis. Okay, means this is the parenthesis of your a pow function. Okay, so first is your number, that is a, and this is your power, means comma 2. Okay, like that. I am using the plus sign here. Then like math dot b square, so here I am giving b, sorry, math dot pow, then b square, so b comma 2, then okay, then your closing parenthesis. Okay, so this is your a square plus b square. Okay, then you have to write your semicolon or end of the line. So this is your answer about the first mathematical expression, that is a cross b divided by a square plus b square, that is a multiplied by or a asterisk b, then math dot pow a of 2 and math dot pow b of 2. Okay, so in that way you can convert the Java expression to following on. Okay, so these are your objective type questions. As you know already, that in this session or on the current semester, that is in your upcoming semester, all the Java questions are in your objective types. So in that case you have to practice these type of questions. Okay, so here are some of your questions. Let's go to my next one, that is x square plus y square plus 2xy. How to write this mathematical expression into your Java expression. Okay, so do it. So here, this is my second question answer. So x square, so first I have to use the power function, so math dot power, then first one is x comma 2, that's why it is represented as your x square. Okay, then have to use your y square, so math dot power, then inside your parenthesis y comma 2, that is represented as your y square. Okay, then plus 2xy, so you have to write 2 multiply by x multiply by y. Okay, then semicolon, that's it. So this is your answer about your what, the second mathematical expression. So for your x square you are right, math dot pow x comma 2. Okay, then for your y square means plus math dot pow y comma 2. Okay, plus 2xy, it's represented as your 2 multiply by x multiply by y, then your semicolon. Okay, similarly in the third bit, it is a minus b, means mod of a minus b. So in the math function we have a method name called that absolute. Okay, that is abs. So you have to use your abs method. Okay, so math dot abs, that is written by absolute value of your value. So inside your parenthesis you need to write your a minus b, so a minus b, this is in your inside your function argument. Okay, then semicolon. So this is your Java expression about your a minus b or mod of a minus b. Okay, so in the fourth bit, this is a very simple one, that is ut. Okay, so it means u multiply by t, so you have to write u star of t. Okay, then plus, sorry, this is your t and this is your plus sign. Okay, now I have to write your 0.5, so simply put the value, that is 0.5 multiply by, okay, a multiply by, sorry, multiply by t square. Okay, for t square you have to use your math function, so math dot pow of t, first argument is t or the number, and it is 2 t square. Okay, then semicolon. So this is about your answer about the fourth expression. Okay, so this is all about the equivalent Java expression in using your varieties of math functions. Okay, so let's go to my next question. So this is first, give the result of your following mathematical methods, means already some values or some mathematical functions are available here. Okay, and you have to calculate the result and what will be the output. We have to calculate the value of your function. Okay, so the first question is math dot floor, that is 81.2. okay, means the value is 81.2, and what is the value of floor method it return. Okay, so first of all, you know what is the working of your floor method. Okay, so floor method return the rounded value. Okay, and it rounded down, not it rounded up or anything. Okay, so it rounded down, so the 81.2 81.2. The rounded down means the nearest lower integer is what? 81.0. So this method return 81.0 means your output is, for your first one, for first bit, your output is 81.0. Okay. Similarly, for your second bit, so it is math dot ceil minus 10.02. Okay. So what is ceil method dot, sorry, it what ceil method do? So ceil method, it rounded up the value. Okay. So what is the minus 10.02? Okay, this value is minus 10.02, so it rounded up the value. So for your negative value, it is rounded down, rounded up means it is written 10.0. Okay. If it is a integer value means 10.02, okay, that is a positive integer, then the rounded up value will be 11. Okay, means this ceil method return what? 11.0. Okay. Then your third bit, so the third one is math dot square root means sqrt of 25, means you have to return the square root of your 25. So the result is 5. Okay. So the result is 5.0. Why it is 5.0? Means almost all the methods in your math class, return type is in your double. Okay. So the math dot square root method return the value is 5.0. Okay. Then similarly the fourth one, that is math dot cvrt of 125, means cvrt means cube root. Okay. So what is the cube root of 125? So it is also 5, so it return 5.0. Okay. Similarly the next one, that is math dot abs of minus 13.25. so this is the absolute. Okay. So you have to calculate the absolute value of your minus 13.25. So the value will be what? This is 13.25. Okay. This is the absolute value of your minus 13.25. Okay. So similarly on my next one, that is bit number 6, the math dot max of 15 comma 12. Okay. So the what is the working of your max method here? So max method return type is in your it is in double. Okay, or it may be written in your integer too. Okay, means it depend on your what kind of data type you provided. Okay. So max method return is the maximum value between the two numbers. Okay. So here the maximum of between your what, 15 and 12 is 15, so it return 15. Okay. Similarly the next one, bit number 7, math dot mean 15 comma 12. Okay. So the minimum value is 12, so this mean method return the value 12. Okay. Now I have go to the next one, that is math dot round 5.8. Okay. So what it does, 5.8, the round method does. So in your round method, it rounded the value, or it convert the number to a nearest whole number integer. Okay. So in this case, the math dot round 5.8 means the nearest integer to the 5.8 is what, 6.0. So it rounded up the value to 6.0. Okay. But on my next question, here it is the same, I put the round method, but in the value it is 5.2. Then the value will be what? It is 5.0. Why? Because the nearest rounded integer value or whole number is what, 5. So it is written 5.0. If the value, or if the decimal value is 5.4 or 5.3, then it also written the 5.0. If it is above than 0.5, means 5.5 or 5.6, then it will return the 6.0, means the upper side of your number. Okay. This is your rounded method, round method. but similar methods are like floor and seal. Okay, the floor method, it rounded down the value. If the value is 81.9 or 81.8, then the value, the method written 81.0 only, means the lower side of that number. Okay, if you use the seal method, then it rounded the up value. Okay, if the value is 5.2, means in the math of round 5.2, instead of your math dot round, you use math dot seal 5.2. Okay, then it will return the offside the value, that is your offside of your value is 6, so it written the 6.0. Okay, so next question is, that is bit number 10. So it is that math dot pow of 5 comma 2. Okay, so this means it is 5 square. Okay, so what it will return, that is 25. Okay, so your pow method return type is in your double, so it return 25.0. Okay, so these are all the result of your what, your math functions or mathematical methods. Okay, so this kind of questions are may be available on your semester. Okay, so you have to calculate the value. Okay, or you have to, like this, means already you are given the mathematical expression, you have to convert the expression into your Java expression. Okay, so this is all about the math class programs or objective types questions. Okay, let's do some more programs or use of more Java programs. Okay, let's say find the largest number, okay, from the given number. Okay, so you have to use the math method here, or math dot max method. Okay, so how to use that? For that you have to my values are some like x equals to 23, and then double y equals to, let it be, it's 25. So have to calculate or find the largest number. Okay, so here let's take my double r. R is my, let's take a result. Okay, so it's math dot max of x comma y, then it written what is the output of the number or this method, that is 25, the larger one. Okay, so you have to write like this. Okay, so the value or the value of r is the maximum one or the larger one. Okay, if this is the two numbers. Okay, let's take another number here. Let's take as double z is equals to let's take 35. Okay, and find the larger one. Okay, so how to do that? You have to do in this way, like x comma y comma z. Okay, but this is the wrong concept. Okay, means your math dot max function. Okay, this method take only two arguments. Okay, you cannot put third argument. Okay, in your function arguments. Okay, or more than two. Okay, so how to do it? Okay, or find the larger number or the largest number between the three numbers. So you have to in your three ways, that sorry, two ways. First you have to find the larger between your first two numbers. Okay, so first two numbers stored in your, let's take the r1 variable. Okay, means your r1 value will be the larger in between your what, first two, means xy. Okay, then take another variable, that is double of r2 is equals to math dot max between your r1 comma what, your z variable. Okay, so in between your r1 and z you will get the larger one. Okay, similarly the result is r2, that is the maximum in between your three numbers, that is 35. Okay, means at the last or at the r2 value, that is the 35. Okay, what is the alternative of this? If you see here, the alternative one, you have to nested the max method. Okay, means how to do that? That is r1 is equal to math dot max of x comma, then in your second argument, or you may take instead of your x argument also. Okay, or let's take like this, a math dot max comma, again I am using here the math class here, that is math dot max of your the second two argument, that is y and z. Okay, semicolon. So what it will do, first it execute the innermost method. Okay, means in the innermost method it return the larger between y and z. Okay, then it check with the second one or the your outer method, that is your x comma the larger between your y and z. Okay, then it will return the last value or the max or greatest value among your three numbers. Okay, like that. If you write another way, that is double r1 is equals to math dot max of, again I am using the math class, just the position is different. Okay, max of first one is x comma y. Okay, then comma z. Okay, in this way you also calculate your largest number. Okay, among your three numbers. Okay, means you have to calculate the max number using your nested method. Okay, or you can use your use double parameters to calculate the maximum one. Okay, so this is all about the max method uses. Okay, similarly let's do another question. Okay, so here find the smallest number. Okay, from or between four numbers. Means we have four numbers. Okay, four values, have to calculate the smallest one. Okay, so how to do that? Or my here it is the 23, that is it is 23.0. Okay, the double value, all are in your double value. Okay, so 35.0. Okay, so let's go to my next one. Let's take some values in double, that is n1 is equals to, let's take 23.54. Second value, that is double, and 2 is equals to, let's take 22.45. Third one, and 3 is equals to, let's take it's 43.82. Another one, double, and 4, that is let's take same 43.81. Okay, now we have to calculate or find the smallest number between these four numbers. Okay, so first you have to first we do some, first the previous method or the first one, means you have to use the third variable to calculate your among the lowest number. Okay, so let's take first one, that is double lowest one. For that I am taking here L1 is equals to, have to calculate first lowest one between your n1 and n2. So here math dot mean of n1 comma n2. Okay, so in this way you will get what, the smallest value, okay, between your n1 and n2. Okay, what is the smallest value of n1 and n2? That is 22.45. Okay, similarly, next calculate the double of L2 is equals to math dot mean between your what, L1 with your n3 value. Okay, so here L1 value is what? This is 22.45 comma n3 value. What is the n3 value? That is 43.82. Okay, so which is the smaller one? That is also 22.45. So this method also written is 22.45, means your L2 value is 22.45. Next, have to calculate the or compare between with your fourth one. Okay, so it is double L3 is equals to math dot mean, that is this is L1 and this is L2 comma N4. Okay, so here it is, L2 value is 22.45 and N4 value is what, a 43.81. Then what is the lowest? That is the 22.45, so it will return again 22.45. Okay, so means we got the lower value between your four numbers, that is your L3 value. The L3 value is 22.45. Okay, similarly we do it in using your nested one. Okay, so how to do that? First, check the double L1 is equals to math dot mean of, first you have to check with your n1 and n2. Okay, so let's take n1 comma, then again I am using here math dot mean, what, have to check with your n2 and n3. So n2 comma, instead of n3 we have to compare with your n3 and n4 also. So math dot again mean method of what, your n3 comma what, n4. So n4, so this is your last one. Then check with your the lowest value with your n2. So n2 bracket is closed. Now check the value with your n1. So n1 bracket is closed. Okay, that's it. In a single line I have used nested the three minimum method. Means in the innermost method, that is math dot mean of n3 and n4. So what is the lowest one? That is 43.81 is the lowest one. Okay, so this method return value is 43.81. Okay, then it check with your n2 value, means 22.45 comma 43.81. Okay, so what will be the return value? That is the lowest one, that is your 23.45, means this method return value is 23.45. Okay, then it check with your what, n1, that is 23.54 of 22.45. Then what will be the lowest one? That is your 22.45. So at the last it return what, 22.45. Okay, so in this way you can calculate the smallest number among with your four numbers, or the among between your three numbers. Okay, so this is all about the today's session. Hope you understand well. So if you have any query or any doubt, you can ask me. So this is all about today's session. Thank you. Have a nice day.